Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's happening, people? What's going on? It's your boy KAOS. You already know. Rant Wednesday is back. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk. Rant Wednesday. Coming live and direct out of Mississippi, New Albany. Yeah, I'm trying something different. Usually we have the grown men. These grown men are talking, but going to cut that to the side and basically be solo dolo tonight. It's because all kind of shit been going on lately. For one, what's been going on with me is basically my health as far as my leg and hip is concerned. I don't know. I've been painting for the last couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? And it's been kind of rough for me to the point where I could barely just move around like I want to. But, I rise above the occasion of getting to the point where I'm making it do what it do. I've been to the hospital, well, not to the hospital, I've been to the doctor several times. And I got medication and all that old stuff, and still didn't do too much no good. It only just did just enough, what I'm saying, to get me up and about, but it seemed like the pain is trying to ditch and dodge the medication. So now I end up, my last move was to go and um, get a massage therapist to basically massage my leg and hip area to see if that will help. And it helped pretty good, better than the medication did. I can tell you that, but I'm still having pain to where I have to use a cane right now, to kind of get the pressure off my leg. Because what it is just some inflammation I think that built up in my leg from me doing a lot of driving and a lot of half-ass moving around and things of that nature. And a lot of times it sets up some type of temporarily arthritis in your leg or whatever from bad circulation or whatever. But I'm working hard as I can to get myself back on the prowl of being back where I want to be, 100%. Shout out to you guys that sent me text messages and called me and stuff, said what's happening, how you doing or whatever. To the rest of you guys that I want to go into, as far as the topic tonight, because I really not going. I was going to say something else, but I'm gonna go ahead and get into the topic tonight. Real, recognize real. Who is Chaos? DJ Chaos, Chaos Theory, aka Maurice King. Well, most of y'all y'all know me from certain places. You might have worked with me, you probably went to school with me, you probably grew up around me as a child, or to a teenager or whatever the case may be, or you just met me a few years ago. But most of the people that know me knows who I am, and then there's people that think they know me and don't really know who I am. And a lot of times when people feel like they seen that they know me and don't know me, they always put bad ideals out there about me. I've had tensions where people that females that I've dated in my past, you know, try to make me out to be the bad guy, but here's the thing, you know, I get it as far as people trying to make me out to be the bad guy and looking down on me, but I had to kind of rebuttal and kind of look back on things that I've done in my life that probably made people feel some type of way about me. And what I found out was that a lot of the people that I've dealt with in my past had a lot of skeletons in their closet that they didn't want to reveal to me. And it wasn't from the points of people telling me things about them. It was just the fact of the matter that I had to go and basically research a lot of situations with people in the out crowd, as far as like, you know, just everyday people. Because a lot of times you have to really find out the subject matter of somebody that get themselves in a bunch, meaning, why are they acting the way they acting? You know what I'm saying? When you try to do the best you can to be cool with them, show them love and respect, do as much as you can, and then you find out that these same people are not used to having anything of substance, and that they try to make like they're used to it, but they're not. They basically find themselves trying to put themselves on a certain pedestal to think that, yeah, I did this and did that before. I've had this and had that before, but in reality, they never had that before. And what I'm saying is, it's like you can feed somebody, cook them dinner, take them out to eat, show them a good time, have a lot respect and love and caring for that person, but they never had it before until you came along. And I've seen it get hit upside the head many times in the relationships I've been in the last couple of years by females that were not used to nobody loving and caring for them. But I know why it's like that, because we live in a society where black women are being told that black men are not worthy of them on any cause, because we don't have no kind of big time corporations or basically owning anything of substance that can basically generate good revenue in our communities. And black women have been shown to basically been generational curse to think that they don't need us, they don't have no use for us. And so they automatically just think that, hey, only thing they need us for is our sperm, what I'm saying, to have a child. And then after that, they don't want to have nothing to do with us afterwards. We're done. We out the picture. And it gets to the point where they basically push us to the curve and end up going to child support and getting money out of our, benefits, as far as the settlements is concerned or whatever the case may be. But, it just basically pushed us to the side. And it gets to the point where now it's being hard to even have the notion of even wanting to date a woman, or a woman want to date a man. Black man, black woman want to date each other now, and it's very hard out here now. But it's not really hard, ladies and gentlemen. It's only hard if we make it hard, because we make it hard. But one thing about it, if you learn and research why we're in the condition that we're in this society, the better off we'll be to try to rebuttal and try to basically correct our mistakes in this society. Because we got young people that are looking at us doing the stupid shit that we do every day, and they taking Eve to this and basically using this as a learning tool, and they doing stupid shit all because of what we do. And like I say, with me, you know, in order for you to know who I am and know where I come from and what I've been and what I've been through, you would have to be around me. You know what I'm saying? Because by you going to find out what people have to say about me, or getting an assuming scenario about me, it doesn't do nothing but make yourself and others that you listen to look stupid as hell. Because, like I say, I'm not the one to ever listen to what people have to say. I just give I ask questions about certain things and see what people have to say, and see if their answers matches up with mine sometimes. But a lot of times, I try to find out. I try to do my best to find out the real truth of a person. That way, I won't basically make no kind of mistake of basically judging a person out of that person's character. Because sometimes, a lot of times, like I say, we make mistakes out here. Nobody's perfect out here. But at the same time, we have to learn how to research history of each other and try to bounce back on the things that we think we know and stuff like that. Because I have gotten to the point where a lot of people that I was cool with, I thought had love for me, you know what I'm saying, really don't have love for me. Because like I said, I've been under the weather for the last couple of days. Really, I've been under the weather, been hurting for the last couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I don't like to talk about my health issues if I'm sick or anything like that because you know a lot of times you say certain things and people will take shit the wrong way and try to act like they fucking doctors and think they know this and know that and don't know shit. Just be out here just talking. You know what I'm saying? Because I had motherfuckers telling me, you might got this going on, you might got that going on, and you ain't got a damn doctor's degree. Your ass barely got a fucking diploma. You know what I'm saying? But you out here trying to tell me what this and that and other is with me. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be funny on the sly side. But you know me. I mean, if you know who I am, goddamn, I always got words for a motherfucker because I don't be caring, just like they don't be caring. But anyway, you know, one thing I can say, about me is that I know I'm a good person. No question about it. If you can't get along with me, you can't get along with nobody on the planet because I'm not hard to get along with anybody. I can get along with anybody. I can conversate with anybody. You know what I'm saying? If they willing to listen. You know. One thing about me, I was born May 17th, 1976 in South Central Los Angeles. That's me right there, being held by my sister Doris Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. You know, uh, we was very, very, very young back then, as you can see. um, One thing about it, you know, I came from a good family, no question about it. My mother and father both were working heads. They both took care of me, and they both raised me to the best of their ability. And what I mean by that is that I've never had to endure any kind of crime, trouble, or things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I've always had a good childhood. You know what I'm saying? Basically back at that time, I was the baby of the family. So, I pretty much got what I wanted. My mother had me up under her pretty much 24/7, 365. Of course, I was a baby back then, of course, but, you know, that was a good thing because it was basically mom and son bondage. Not to say that I didn't have my father. My father was there too, but the more bondage, it's always been destined for the child to be bonded with the mother because the mother is the one that's carrying the child. So that's the child's first love is his mother. So it was always destined for me to be in my mother's life. Um, my mother never turned her back on me, and she did the best of the best of the best to keep me happy, took care of me, you know what I'm saying, as well as my father. So I had the best of both worlds in my life. And I was very blessed to have them in my life like that, you know. But the thing is, I can't give and count to what others have had in their lives because see, my mother and father, you know what I'm saying, they wasn't hunky dory as far as getting along is concerned. Because my mother and father, they fell out, on several occasions because, you know, one thing I had to learn about my father, you know, I felt like he was an asshole in a lot of times, but I never got the chance to really understand where my father was coming from until I got to be much old enough to even get an understanding on where he was coming from. Meaning that I basically judged my father out on the concepts of other people. And it's the same way how people do me as of today. You know, most people think it's hard to get along with me. It's very hard to get along with me, but it's not hard at all. I mean, I know I'm very easy to get along with. I'm very easy to talk to. If you need to talk to me about anything, you need to, rebuttal about anything. I'm always here to talk. I'm always here to listen. I mean, I'm not trying to say I'm Dr. Phil or a goddamn, some kind of psychiatrist or anything like that, but it's just the fact of the matter that I know who I am as a person. And, I also know how society has us looking, has us as black men to be, what I'm saying? So it's going to be kind of confusing to a lot of people. But as far as I know, I know I'm a good person. I know I really am. I mean, look at me. I'm out here doing what I do. I mean, I'm out here working. And like I said, I've been painting for the last couple of weeks. And I didn't stop. And I wanted to just say, you know what, maybe I need to just take off another couple of more days or whatever and get myself set. Then I was like, no, because I got money to make. I got bills still coming out. So, hey, I got to get back out here and get on my grind. And that's every real black man, alpha male, anyways, paradigm is to keep doing what you're doing, regardless of the condition. As long as it ain't life threatening, keep doing what you're doing. And that's what I'm doing. And even though through all that, most people will say, damn, man, damn, you doing all this and you doing all that, man. You might need to check on yourself. Yeah, to a certain degree, but at the same time, I got to still work. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, as long as it's not life threatening, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. But but for the most part, that's all I know is how to work. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like I said, this is my mom, Almeda King. God rest her dead. She died in 1995, November. Matter of fact, this month in November the 5th. And here's my father, Robert King Sr. You know what I'm saying? And he was basically like the real live James Evans on Good Time. He had the iron fist. Nobody didn't cross him. Other than that, they know what was gonna happen if they did. He was everybody's father, basically. Everybody respected my father. They just didn't like the way he basically said and did things, but they respected him. I mean, he was just like any ordinary man back in those days where he laid down the fort. Hey, this is my house. You're gonna respect my house. He was that type of father. He was the type of father that don't seem to exist anymore in this society. And the reason why fathers like him don't exist anymore too much in this society because women of today don't want no man like my father or like me either. They would like to have a man that's basically easygoing, that's basically on the same level as they on, to where they can basically shit on him when she get ready. It's just like a toy in a toy box. You take them out, play with them. When you're tired of them, throw them back in the box and fuck them. That's basically what I see most women want nowadays. Here I am, 46 years old. You would think I would be married with 3 or 4 kids, living my best life. But I'm a single man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get it in. I had a love of my life, but that came to a real deadly end on my birthday. And You know, when I say deadly, and I don't mean like dead, dead. I mean, just mean the whole concept of love went dead because I felt like, we could have hashed the situation out better than we did, but we didn't. You know what I'm saying? I was willing, but the other party wasn't, and I get that too because, like I say again, how society is set up. It's set up to basically pulverize the black man. We can't never win because they know more about our history on how we make dominance of our family and communities, like my father was back here when he was living, as far as laying down the iron fist and making sure everybody is on a shit the right way. That don't exist anymore. Now the woman got to be laying down the iron fist for young men, and it's not working because, as you can see, society does not look very good in our communities right now. And one thing about it, shout out to Jesse Lee Peterson, even though he be talking goofy as hell, but he be making some valid points about women. And it's not being a male chauvinist or whatever the case may be, all the little bullshit ass excuses that they make to try to make men look bad. Because y'all women, some of y'all already making society look bad by just even having the thought process to think that you don't need a man, that you can raise these kids by yourself, and you see what's going on in society. The young folks is out of fucking control. And the reason why they're out of control is because they have the thought process of their mother. And they're basically acting like their mother. Well, most women, when y'all get in y'all feelings, y'all start doing things. You know what I'm saying? Doing crazy things. You don't think right off clearly. And that's a part of your DNA. And you got to understand, when your kids are raised around you and listening to everything that you do and say, they feeling the same way as you feel. They feeling the hurt that you feel. So they gonna start acting just like you. Even though they look like young men. But they got a mindset of a woman. And one thing about me, that was pretty much why my dad, God rest his dead, didn't want me up under my mother so much, because he didn't want me to be just like none of this shit that's out here today. And I could see that. Because these young men out here are out of control. You know, I you know, I sit up there and I was just thinking like, with all the police supposed to be shooting young black men down in the streets or whatever the case may be. But when you look at these full videos of how these young men be talking to the cops and just doing stupid shit, basically rambling themselves to getting in the position that they're getting in, and then people don't see the wrongdoings on that, they just automatically just get in their feelings because the cop then got irritated and shot him down in the street, instead of just saying, well, this young man shouldn't be talking like this, or doing this or doing that. And we make up all type of excuses. But I get that, because this is what the democratic society has put in our people's heads. A bunch of malarkey bullshit. That's the reason why I don't fuck with the Democratic Party, the Republican Party. I don't fuck with none of these crooked politician motherfuckers, because I already know they got us all in shambles and messed up completely, to the point where women thinking that they can do things by themselves when they can't. It's not destined for you guys to do things by yourself. It's destined for you guys to have a man in your life. It's destined for a man to be there to protect and serve his family. But we got away from that. And the reason why we got away from that is because we got people telling us what's right and what's wrong. But at the same time, they ain't going to tell you what they got going on. And this is what's going on in society. But at the end of the day, we can't do nothing but fault ourselves for our fuckery out here. Plain and simple as that. But moving right along with me. um, I said I wasn't gonna be on here too long tonight, but I just wanted to pretty much rebuttal on the concepts of who I am, because, like I say, some people still don't have a clue on who DJ KAOS, Maurice King, or whatever you want to call me, is. And I know it sounds stupid as hell for me to be making this little, rant podcast about who I am, because but at the same time, I just feel like getting some things off my chest, because I had a little disagreement with my co-host yesterday. And the thing about it is, me and the brother been cool with each other for over 30 plus years, but we kind of had a disagreement, which I didn't find it to be a disagreement at all, because it wasn't nothing to be pissed off and shitty about. But it ended up going in that direction. And the reason why it went in that direction is because, sometimes people can take things out of context and basically look at it as a cap, or as somebody trying to shit on them or make them look bad, or whatever the case may be. But here's the thing, to my brother, one thing you got to understand about me is that if I got a problem with you, my brother, trust and believe me, I'm going to hash it out with you. I'm not going to try to make you out to be the burden of bad news in front of nobody, because that's a coward act. I don't do nothing like that. I never have, never will. I got love for you, like you my biological brother, like you real family. I considered you as family. I got you on this podcast because I felt like you have good information to share out to the world just as well as I did. And I put this thing together because I knew it would work. And I knew that it was needed. And a lot of times I was thinking, I'm like, we don't need to do these podcasts because ain't nobody really watching or listening, or whatever the case may be. And you said, no, bro, we got to keep at it. We can't never give up on our people like that. And I had to think about it, and I agree. But, after yesterday, I didn't even have the thought process to think that you was mad at me over a little say that I didn't even take it as nothing to be serious about, at the last podcast. You know what I'm saying? Because I was joking with you about it, and you literally got upset about that, man. Are you fucking kidding me? We better than that, brother. We not little kids anymore. We fully grown fucking men. These young folks out here are looking at us, and they need us to be the men that they never had in their life before. But at the same time, I get where you're coming from, and it's still love, it's still all love. But at the same time, I think, hey, maybe you need to probably find yourself on some things, because me personally, I have to bounce back and find out a lot of stuff on me. I have to find out who's really on my team and who really not, because it's a lot of motherfuckers that I basically showed love to, done things for, basically turned their fucking backs on me. Like I said, I've been in pain for the last couple of fucking weeks, and motherfuckers that I thought was really, really cool with me didn't even call to even see how I was doing, and was right in the goddamn Mississippi area, but in the area not too far from me, and didn't even give me even nothing. Too busy thinking negative shit. And I ain't did nothing but respect motherfuckers like that. But hey, like I say, this, some, like they say, some people are just in your life, but not for a reason, not just a season. But it's all good. I ain't mad, because hey, motherfuckers gonna be whoever motherfuckers gonna be. That's just the way it is. I don't even care no more. You know what I'm saying? Because 2023 gonna be a whole nother scenario for me. I already feel it. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally and physically. Maybe this pain that's in my leg, in my hip, is probably an update or upgrade on my life that I need to get my shit together and move away from around a bunch of toxic ass motherfuckers. And that's pretty much what I'm probably gonna have to start doing. 2023 is gonna be my year. Everything gonna fall in place like KAOS wanted to go. And and I know it's gonna be wonderful. I can just feel it. And it ain't happened yet, but I know it's gonna be wonderful. Because I know I haven't done nothing to nobody or nothing. I knew that I basically was out here just getting it how I live. I sit up there and basically chime people in my life with people that I've never did in my life. And motherfuckers turned their back on me. Motherfuckers sit up there and just made like I was doing them so fucking wrong. Male and female. The love of my life took a 360-degree turn on me. Never thought that would happen, but it happened. And all this shit just start falling just like America right now in my life. And at the same time, for some odd reason, I feel bad, but on another aspect, I feel good, like James Brown. And the reason why is because I know that I didn't do nothing to hurt no one. All I did was show love to people that I thought loved and cared about me. But that ain't the case. That was never the case. Motherfucker was smiling in my face and stabbing the shit out of me in my back. And all I did was try to love and care for folks. And I'm going to still love and care for folks. Because like I say, there's going to be a couple of bumps in the road. I understand that. I'm a truck driver. I know how it is. But at the same damn time, you live, you learn, you move on. And that's what I'm finna do. 2023 is going to be for me. I like the sound of it. 2023 is going to be for me. By 2025, I hope I still be alive to get married. Because I know she's out there for me. I can feel her. I thought I had the one and only back here, but she showed, hey, it wasn't what it was in the assuming scenario with me. Shout out to my so-called BFF. Shit. That was a joke. And I hope she's listening. Cause like I said, I didn't went as far as I can as a man trying to be this and that and the third with people that never been this and that and the third with me in return. Thinking I'm out to hurt them, thinking I'm out to just do them any kind of way and all that old shit. That ain't never been the point with me. That ain't even me. All I'm doing is just living my life, taking care of myself, legally, not bothering a damn soul out here. But I get it. Can't make everybody happy, I guess. You know? I mean, like I told my cousin today, you got to get away from around motherfuckers that don't mean you no good, that is toxic. That's why I'm trying to cleanse my soul and body away from a bunch of toxic ass niggas and you know what. because I know these motherfuckers didn't mean me no good. They were just sit up in my face smiling, yuck yuck and kickle kickle cackle cackle, and didn't give a fuck about me. They was fronting. Like I said, it took for me to be in fucking pain for the last couple of weeks. Motherfuckers even even buzz to say shit. How I'm doing, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, it's fronting. But that's all good though. It's all good. Cause like I said, when I be in certain areas, them motherfuckers will never know why the fuck I'm there. And they can sit up there and talk about, well, you know, you could have said, no, I ain't saying shit. I ain't gotta say nothing. I said all I had to say when I was down on my ass, and you didn't say nothing to me. But it's all good. But you know, but one thing I can say, it's been a ball. It's been wonderful. Thank y'all, fake motherfuckers, for doing how you did me in 2022. This was like one of the worst fucking years I've seen since, besides 2021 and 2020. Hopefully 2023 will be a better one. Spiritually, hopefully. No, I know it's gonna be a better one because I'm gonna start hashing shit out the right way instead of the white way. I'm gonna stop fucking with motherfuckers that don't mean me no goddamn good. Plain and simple as that. That's just how I feel about it. Fuck them. Fuck them, fuck them, fuck them, fuck them. Yep. That's just the way I feel about it. Because, you know, I know that I know that we all make mistakes. We all have to learn from our mistakes. But at the same goddamn time, I already know how this thing called life works. Because, like I said, I have to pull myself aside and do a lot of research on why black people, my people, are so fucked in the head on this thing called reality. And the reason why is because of 50 to 60 years plus of brainwashing from the system of white supremacy in this country. You know, I never read the Willie Lynch letter. The Willie Lynch letter basically specifies 200, 300 some years ago about how they wanted to have us to be amongst each other. And I see it. I see it. It's in our DNA. It's in our fucking DNA. And it's crazy to say that, but it is. You know, I mean, you got black people thinking thinking they better than their own kind. You know, and this is crazy as cat shit to me, but I get it. I get it. I sure get it. Shout out to my brother Albert Muhammad of the Nation of Islam. I did get my book. Much love and respect to you, brother, if you're listening out there. I did get my book, The Message to the Black Man. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna hold that book down to the fullest. I appreciate it. I ain't got my camera on right now because I'm kind of in a bad area, so I'm really not trying to show my face tonight because to generate, I guess, the signal or something, and it kind of be glitchy if I cut my camera on because I'm in an area that's not really generating enough signal for me to have my camera. So I'm not gonna run my camera tonight. I'm just got my profile picture up there. So, but anyway, I just had to had some shit out that's been on my mind for the last couple of days, including the situation yesterday, because I felt really bad that people that I really respecting, cared for, and love basically turned a blind eye on me. But one thing about it, I can tell you one thing that's been really negative that's been going on with me for the last 25, 26, maybe years on people I've been around who have used me and abused me lied on me, cheated me, made up stories about me, and etc. Basically, didn't support me as far as me DJing, don't support my podcast. I mean, don't even support too much of me. Yeah, I'm hurt. I'm hurt to the point where I know I'm hurt because I'm doing a lot of this stuff I do not just for me, but I do it for my people. I love my people. I love me. And I love my people. And one thing about it, I had to learn how to love me before I can love anybody else. And one thing that's how society works out here. You have to love yourself before you can love another. And that's why our communities are so screwed up because we don't love ourselves. We expect somebody else to love us for us. And that's the worst shit ever. They expect somebody to love you for you instead of you loving yourself. I tell you, it's crazy. But back to what I was saying about me being used and abused. It's got to the point where in the relationships I've been in since when I first moved to Mississippi. Since I've been in Mississippi, I put it that way. I thought when I moved to the South that things were going to be much easier and much more easy dealing when it comes down or with a relationship with a woman as I got older. And I came to a conclusion that it's not easy. You know, and I'm going to say something about Hollandale, Mississippi. One thing I can tell you, that's my mother and my grandmother and all them. That's their hometown. Became my hometown when I first moved there in the '90s. And one thing I can say for certain that I loved and I grew to love Hollandale, Mississippi, like I grew to love Los Angeles, California. Oh, excuse me. And one thing I can tell you, being down there and trying to have a general relationship in Hollandale, it's very hard. It's very hard. And the reason why it's very hard is because everybody is out to get everybody. And what I mean is out to get everybody, I mean it's to the point where black women is in competition with each other down there. I've been in relationships ranging from 6 years to maybe 4 years. 4, 6. And the other relationships I've probably been in, a couple of late relationships I've been in, it's probably like a couple of months or so. And that's a damn shame. It ain't because I'm a bad person. It's because people already have their minds set on what they think of me by listening to other people. And that's not just me. It's a whole lot of people that had that same intellect that tell me the same story that I'm telling you guys. It's that shit. You ain't gonna be able to get a good relationship in that damn town because everybody pretty much try to know everybody's business. And one thing about me, people that don't even know me already had the storyline written out for me to people that I was dating. Even my son's mother. We had that good thing going at one particular time. But that was destroyed and demolished. All because of lies being told on me. But the thing of it is, the people that lied on me, that shit was they was that shit was 20 times fucked up. But like I say, one thing about it, in order to make your shit squeaky clean, you gotta cover your shit up and basically focus on somebody else's that's better than yours. And that's always been the case around them at that place. That's always been the case. Because nobody don't want to see nobody with nothing good. As far as a job, relationship, new car, new house. God damn it, just walking up and down the street, mind your own business. They don't even like that either. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. But you go in any other country, or any other part of the South, or hell, shit. I mean, this the nation, period. And people don't even act like that. Because people, well, I put it this way. Other races don't act like that. Everybody, in other races is basically knowing how to communicate with each other and try to help each other have something. With us, we trying to outdo each other. Like I said in the Willie Lynch letter, we trying to outdo each other. We out trying to outdo each other, make ourselves look better than each other. We ain't trying to outdo the powers that be, or Caucasian people, or whatever the case may be. We trying to outdo each other as black people. That crabs in the barrel bullshit. If we get a brand new car, we ride around act like we don't know no motherfucking body. We get a new job, we act like we got more money than the next person. We do all kind of sucker shit. And then when we start losing, then that's when we start to try to get back to reality again. And it shouldn't be like that, but it's like that. We always find ourselves in the valley of the shadow of death when it comes down to trying to recuperate and basically come together as a village supposed to. And that's why the young folks is running out of options and doing all kind of crazy shit out here. And then we say, oh my God, why are they doing it? What's going on with our town? What's going on with our city? These kids are out here screaming for attention because they're not getting the right attention out here. In the words of my brother, comedian Jim Brown, black woman, when you decide to give the white man all his little gadgets and gadgets back, his Jesus, his hair, hat, and eyelashes, his makeup, all your little tight shit, and learn how to be natural again, and say, I want my black man back, I guarantee them youngsters that you trying to raise by yourself, they're going to be on the prowl of not doing stupid shit anymore. Because you're letting God back in your life. Y'all think y'all got God in your life now, but you don't. That's another God. That's somebody. That's something else. That ain't the merciful God. That's some satanic shit you got in your life now. Yeah, I said it. That ain't no godly God. That ain't no merciful God. That's satanic shit. Because anytime you gotta wear hair, hat, and eyelashes and all that makeup and trying to look like something that you're not, that ain't no real that ain't no real shit. You basically trying to oppose yourself to be the opposite of what God made you. So your life is gonna be in shambles, baby. You think you being blessed? Somebody thank God this that. Who got you like God? Like you ain't talking to me. You must be talking to that other fella. You sure the hell ain't talking to me. But like I say, we got a lot to learn, people. We got a lot to learn. We got a lot of work to do. A lot of work. But like I say, back with me, I didn't really go in too much about me, but I was just saying real, recognize real, who is KAOS. Like I say, I'm 46 years old from South Central Los Angeles. I went to school, kindergarten, shit, preschool, elementary, junior high, high school, then moved to the South, Hollandale, Mississippi. Beautiful Hollandale, the Delta, Mississippi Delta. Been there on and off. Now I'm there fully, enjoying every bit of the South. I have no problem with the South. The South grew on me like a wart. And one thing about it, only thing I have a disagreement with the South is the people's mindset in the South is fucked up. Some of these motherfuckers still living in the past and don't even know it. Some of these motherfuckers ain't trying to hear shit, but always trying to find answers. Always asking God why. When God then gave you the commandments, He then gave you the power. He done uprooted all the good energy for you to understand where you at in society. But you constantly keep ignoring. So you constantly keep getting yourself put in the valley of the shadow of death. But one thing about this guy right here, Maurice V. King Sr., if you want to know me, all you gotta do is just sit down and talk with me. And I guarantee you'll know who the real Maurice King, DJ Chaos Theory is. All you gotta do is sit down and talk with me. You'll find I ain't gotta make up nothing about me. I don't have to. I had a wonderful life. I don't have to make believe my life. I had two wonderful parents. God rest the dead. I don't have to make up a life, make up a story about my life. I'm doing what I'm doing. And the things that I'm doing, I'm enjoying it. Every bit of it. I mean, like I said, from I didn't work pretty much in a lot of places. You know what I'm saying? I didn't chop cotton. A city man chopping cotton. I didn't work at a fish factory and work at factories. And look where I'm at now. I'm driving the truck. I'm doing me. And I'm not acting like I'm no better than the next motherfucker. It's just that I've got to the point where I am because I know this is what I wanted to do. I've been working hard all my life. And I can feel it. That's the reason why my leg is fucked up right now. Because I know that I ain't been laying on my ass, not doing anything. I've always been on the move working, doing something. And sometimes the Most High had to put some kind of power to basically shut me down, to kind of slow me down, let me know that, hey, you're getting up in age, Mr. King. You need to get your stuff together. So now I got to turn a whole different direction on my health and life and start doing a whole lot better with myself. That's why I said 2023 is going to be for me. So whoever the woman it is that's going to be with me, she better get ready. Because I ain't coming as no beta male. I'm not coming as go along to get along. I'm coming as a man that God made me to be. And when I say that, I'm not saying that I'm coming to basically wreck shit or try to be Bogart or whatever the case may be. I'm coming as a man that cares, loves, and cares very hard, that will look and protect and serve the woman that I'm with. I'm not going into the point where I'm gonna be sitting around there and acting like I'm a fucking female to get her attention, for her to love me. No, I'm gonna be a man. I'm a manly man. That's all I know. I don't know how to be no beta male, and I ain't trying to be no beta male. Fuck a beta male. It's an alpha male over here. But anyway, I ain't got 58 minutes in the paint. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and call it tonight, even though I'm sure people probably will watch this later on. But this right here, if you didn't catch it, you know what I'm saying, you go on my Facebook or you can go on my YouTube channel at DJ Chaos, the Mix Master. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to my channel, you know, and check this video out. Tell me, how you like it or whatever the case may be. But in the meantime, between time, your boy KAOS is about to get him some rest so I can go and handle my business in the morning. It's gonna be slow for the post because, like I said, I'm still recuperating from pain in my leg and my hips. Much love and respect to you guys who've been praying for me and showing me love and things of that nature and trying to keep my head above, help me keep my head above water. Much love to you and the rest of you MFs out there that I care for and love for and try to be there for and things of that nature. You already know you can get the finger, the middle. It's all to the good in my neck of the woods. Your boy KAOS signing out. Deuces.